Hey, this is your recap Aunty. Hey, y'all. Hey, this is Shar. Welcome to my channel. Welcome. Hello, y'all. Hello. Hopefully, y'all are doing well today. We are here to do our ending part of our front porch for the week of last week, talking about episodes number 156 through 158. When Isaiah popped his man bun, honey. Yes. It's a good that having him show his head last week made me happy. Y'all already knew how giddy I was on the video. So let me go ahead and get started. I want to get through with this because the last front porch, honey, that thing was an hour and a half. So let's go ahead and get through these. So the first comment that I see on episode number 156, we have Eva looking at Isaiah on the thumbnail. But Michael Parms, Michael says, poor Leslie, literally, yes. From your lips to God's fingertips, honey. Poor Leslie. Please let's go ahead and just make her feel, empty pockets. You're right. We got Miss Welder 69. She says, OMG, I'm going through that with my aunt. Very hard to see. Sorry, I just burped. I had some ice cream, honey. What was the what type of ice cream is it? This Haagen-Dazs butter pecan. Ooh, so good. So I eat it, then I give it a break a little bit. So Ms. Welder says she's going through this with her aunt right now. It's very hard to see. My whole life she has had animals, lived on a farm with every animal from skunk to spiders to turtles, dogs, cats, goats, horses, all of it. She can't even remember that she had animals. Big part of my childhood is about to end, having very hard time with it. Girl, I understand. Yeah, I mentioned that about, watching a parent go down because, excuse that was my water bottle popping. Um, Leslie was, had like a little episode talking about her and Peaches and how Peaches was pretty much just breaking down in front of her eyes, and it's just very hard to take. And I talked about my mom, so Miss Welder talked about her going through. So I'm sorry to hear that, Miss Welder, but I can understand, honey. But she had a skunk. Did it smell? I know that's a dumb question, but did it stink? Thank you for sharing that, honey. And you and your family are definitely in my thoughts and prayers. Uh, she said, "Wait, what? They have an elevator? Right? I didn't even know that Vernon and Anita had an elevator in the house. Right, girl? I was shocked." We have a comment from Miss Kelly underscore S. Hey Kelly, she says Carlton is a tall drink of chocolate milk, baby. That Negro is fine. He is, ain't he yummy? He is yummy. Kelly underscore S says, I understand your pain. I lost my mom suddenly. She wasn't sick. She was literally here one day and gone the next. I miss her terribly every day, girl. Sending you continued prayers and comfort, peace to you and your family. Thank you so much, Kelly. And I send you the same, my love. I send you the very same peace, love, hugs, all of that, okay? Oh, it's hard. It's tough, but we'll get through it, sis. We'll get through it. If you ever want to just email me, girl, send me an email at thespianaunty@gmail.com. Just be like, sure, I miss her, girl. Just get it off your chest. Girl, I'll be there right with you, honey, holding your hand virtually, okay? But I thank you. I thank you for sharing that with us. We have Linda Thornton 6607 says Leslie wants to be Nicole, but she's not. Nicole was a real lady. She kept that cat fight civil, didn't she? And I loved every bit of it. Leslie's face was molded, honey. She was like, wait a minute, I didn't get to her. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Shit. We have Peace Angel 4192. Hey Peace. She says, I'm Rick James, bitch. Sing that song. I think I sang you and I in the video. So thank you, Peace. I knew somebody was gonna know that. Peace Angel also says, hope you feel better soon. Thank you, my love. I of course I felt better the next day. She says Leslie wishes she was an accomplished, poised, and classy as Nicole. She knows money can buy her a Nicole persona. I don't like her overacting, the way she talks. Her heartless behind left sick Peaches alone to go to Eva, making it all about herself. Right. Vanessa is going to for ground and lose a kid. Right. She better stick and stay instead of trying to be queen pin of Fairmont Crest. I think she's going to do it too. I think she's going to become the queen pin. She's going to want to kill Joey. We have MB 1969. MB says, great performance as usual. You already know Shanice is going to be Eva's rival, and I'm here for it, honey. I can't stand Eva's character. Feel better, Auntie Shar. Thank you. Thank you so much, girl. And I did. I did. I definitely did. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. We got Blaze Network 1990 says Jacob ain't no real one. He too nice. He ain't no city boy. That's for sure. Auntie, if you don't know what I'm talking about, ask your son. He'll explain. Yeah, I'm going to make sure I text him in a minute. My daughter might know more than my son. She's more down. He's a good boy. He's too good, but I will ask him, Blaze. I will. Kelly underscore S says, hey Shar, hope you feel better soon. Thank you, my love. I did. Thank you so much. Carolyn McWilson 497 says, that lady Vernon was flirting with, honey. Child, that was something else, wasn't it? That was something else. Ooh, excuse me. Excuse me if y'all heard that snorting. I tried to put it on mute. Ooh, y'all, I might have to edit this out. I don't even know, honey. I just tried, I felt better. It's just like when sometimes you have ice cream and sometimes the mucus from eating that dairy will get caught up in your throat. You know how that can get. Anyway, thank you, Miss Carolyn. She also says, hey, Auntie, I hope you feel better soon. Thank you so much. I thank you so much. But yeah, I ain't like that lady that Vernon was flirting with. I'm like, who that? Who is that? We don't know her. Jasmine says the couture clown needs to be banned for annoying others. Can't wait for her to find out the last check has dropped because Anita finally cut her ass off. That clown's head is about to explode. She sure is. Jasmine also says Peaches gave that couture clown a realities check telling her that her money doesn't buy class. Didn't she read her good? Thank goodness Anita has stopped contributing to that trust. Now let's see how fast that fool goes broke and goes crawling back to Eva's place. And they're going to be squoles in that place together. Hopefully, Eva doesn't talk Ted into giving Leslie a job. That'll be so awful. Jasmine was like, okay, I mean, how perfect is Jacob? Every woman needs a Jacob, but Naomi is right. There's a fundamental chasm between them right now that has to be addressed. I'm glad that they had very mature conversation. Me too. I was happy about that. She still is acting a little messy, even though they've had the conversation. We saw that at the end of the week. Jasmine also says Nasty Nessa was a boss today, but she needs to be careful what she wishes for. Right. She also says, loved Frisky, Anita, and Vernon and the elevator. Right. Jasmine also says, love Isaiah, but though lose the man bun, please. He looks cute with his man bun. You know how them young kids are, Jasmine. You know how they is. My son has had every style. He's had locks. He's had his hair colored. He had it shaved all off when he pledged his fraternity. Now he's growing back, girl. You know how these kids are. They're gonna try it all. They're gonna try it all until they get the hairstyle that fits. Jasmine also says, gorgeous Nicole didn't give the couture clown any satisfaction. Her resolve coolly smacked the snark out of her stupid pie hole. She almost killed Peaches with her mess. Yeah, trying to shove that damn salad down that old lady throat. Child, yeah, that Isis, yeah, yeah, it will knock it right out. Yeah, I took some of it. I sure did. I took some of that stuff, and it did. It is. Cold Calm is great too. Okay, I have to try that piece. Angel had mentioned Cold Calm. I'm gonna have to remember that. But that, yeah, that legal. It will, honey. It tastes sweet, but yeah, I do like that. So I heard about that like a couple of years ago on YouTube or something, or maybe it was TikTok or somewhere. Somebody said they took it, and I don't think I've ever had COVID, but they said if you feel something coming on, take that day one. Don't even wait. Go ahead and take it. So thank you for that confirmation, Jazz. We got Teach Jazz 217 says, dear Auntie, my sympathies to you. I truly feel your pain. My mom passed 10 years ago, and I miss her so much every single day. Yes, I was grateful for my family that helped me through that sorrowful time. This is something you never get over. Just learn how to cope day by day. Thank you so much for that, Teach Jazz. I appreciate you more than you even know, my love. Thank you. She also says Leslie may not be happy when Eva starts dating Isaiah because, according to Isaiah, he's not all about the money, and Leslie craves privilege and wealth. Right. That's why she wants her baby girl to be with Isaiah. And Teach Jazz said it was Rick James. Of course, it was Rick James. Okay, we got Elizabeth Lassiter. She says, praying for your health, Auntie. Feel better, boo. I was listening to your recap while cleaning, then the volume got low, then I realized that you were doing Jacob's lines. And that's why the volume seemed low. Vernon and Anita tickled me in this episode. They said there may be snow on the roof, but there's fire in the furnace, baby. Anita stance in that elevator took me out. Didn't it, honey? She was ready for her man, baby. I loved it. Cynthia said it was Rick James. Yes, ma'am, of course. She also says, congratulations on your gig for next week. Thank you, my love. Yeah, we did a brief rehearsal on Saturday, and they had a break today, which I'm going to be dropping this on Tuesday, but we had a break today, which is Sunday. So I'll be pretty much in rehearsal Monday and Tuesday, and then we do the show Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So I'm excited about it. We're just gonna be riding a trolley, doing a little impromptu, short version of the show. Each little spot is like it starts. It's a 7, 8, 9, and 10. So each s- run is about 45 minutes, and people are on the trolley with us, and so we got to make it fun for them. So it's cool. Never did it before, so I was really honored to be asked to be a part of the spot. So it was, and come to find out, some people who are cast said that I was part of their wish list, that they've always wanted to act with me. I'm like, me. So it's really sweet. It's really sweet to know that people said that I was part of their wish list, child. But Cynthia also says, so Peaches doesn't feel so good. Leslie leaves her in her apartment alone. Oh, really? Oh my God. Right. And then she didn't even tell Eva the whole thing. Eva had to say, wait a minute. So she just started feeling bad all of a sudden. Well, I mean, girl, you caused her that way. You try to shove that damn salad down her throat. We got Teach Jazz. She says, "Hey there, Auntie. Please feel better soon. This may be a replete explanation. A jazz teacher. I can't sing a lick and carry a tune in the pail." Yeah, I saw that, but thank you for telling me that. Give me some, like I told you in my last video. Give me some pointers about that teaching, because my daughter has taught for 5 years. Her contract ended in her last school. She's trying to get her doctorate, but she's trying to determine if that's what she wants to do, if she wants to continue teaching, because she did it for 5 years. But she has to do something to do her residency. So she has a second interview at another school coming up this week, for just it's like a language arts teacher. It's nothing like she has to be there at the class all the time. I said, look, keep your ass at that school just long enough to get your doctorate and get some insurance. Then you figure it out after that. So that's what she's trying to determine now. So yeah, but her last contracts ended back in September, so she's been looking since then. She did have one little gig, but them kids were so bad, y'all. I mean, it was just horrible. I'm like, Jesus, what's going on with these third graders? They don't have no respect for no adults at all. Cynthia says, baby, I tell you, I know Vernon and Nita wanted to cuss Nicole all the way out when she walked in, right? Because they was getting it popping, girl. I was mad at their asses. Elizabeth was like, yes, girl, they need to stop inviting themselves into each other's houses before they walk in on something they don't want to see. Right. Like somebody said that because they live beyond the gates, they live behind the gates. It's it especially if your family, a lot of their doors are unlocked, so that's why they can walk in. I hope that they do the same thing to damn Leslie's house. Bust up in that bitch. See how she feel. Cynthia says, babe, okay, she already, sometimes, like I said, they mention the same, you guys, the same comments twice. I don't know, I just like it again. Cynthia says, thanks for the full recap, Auntie, because today's episode I fast forward through Jacob and Naomi scene. You're welcome, boo. She says, Peaches was looking at Leslie like, this bitch ain't changed not one bit. She ain't changed not one bit, girl, not at all. Oh, Cynthia says, I made a comic on another YouTube channel, and guess who commented under that particular post? It was Maurice, aka Randy Sammy. Yeah, he's cool. That is so awesome. He is cool. He's so cool. And Cynthia says, "Oh, Auntie, I pray you feel better. Thank you, my love." That's all the comments from episode number 156. But so thank y'all. Yeah, he's cool. When he put the video up of them doing part of the breast cancer walk, I told them, I was like, because they had some ladies who were breast cancer survivors and did the walk and recognized who they were. It was a few of them from the show, and those ladies were screaming. I told Maurice, I was like, I would have been screaming and hollering too, because I said, you guys are the best cast, on TV, and they really are, because we're seeing what they're doing outside of the show, and they're really making a difference in people's lives. And so I'm thinking that Michelle and them told them, like, look, y'all gonna have some fans, so y'all need to embrace the fans, because they're the ones that make the show. They are the ones that make the show, and they really do embrace us. They'll heart our comments. they will do so much for us. And so I'm really like them. I mean, it's more than just the show, but I like that they are not untouchable, you know. All right, we are episode number 157 with the comments with Bill sipping his drug-filled tea that the murderous Morticia made. So let's see what y'all talking about. We got Jasmine Williams. She says, "I'm all for Shanice getting a boo, but not pathetic weakling. I'm still living in a hotel and being stalked by Couture Clown Ted. I'm never feeling this part or nor character. Turtleneck Ted was tall and had swag. This Timu Ted just has a weird shape." He does. He's not serving anything. Yeah, it's like that's very true. It's like when he's standing, he looks swole or he's trying to make himself look bigger than what he is. Cause I'm so used to him, you know, being damn CJ on damn on damn Dreamgirls. He was like small and slim, you know. And if you look at him from behind, he looks like he's like tense and like he's big, you know, like his suits feel don't fit him right. I don't know what it is. It's something odd. He's a good guy now. He's a good guy, but it's something odd about how he stands there in his scenes. It's not as relaxed and comfortable and confident like it should be. We have Raquel Batson. Hey, Raquel. She says, "I would love to see Shanice get a good storyline, but I also like to see Ted with someone new outside of the hospital family. Definitely not Leslie." I agree, honey. I agree. Michael says Tomas was broke before Leslie. Yeah, yeah, he was broke. Okay. I don't know what you mean. You might have to elaborate on that. Crystal Water says, since Haley called her a nosy biatch, I guess it's obvious that Caroline's not in on the plot with Jekyll and Heckle. I ain't seen those two ugly damn birds in a while. Aren't they cocky? They are so cocky. But it does seem like she might have a thing for Bill. Though I wonder. Yeah, it did read that to me. I was like, that's interesting. We got Raquel. Raquel Bassett says, Tomas and his broken turkey tail. Cat is doing way too much. Jasmine says, literally. Martin says something to Smitty when he was telling Smitty about Cat and her shenanigans. He told her that he might have he said that look, did I hear it on there? I might have heard somebody else say it on the video, so don't quote me. But they said that maybe she was trying she was trying to do a different position to make it fit better. I told you, turkey tail, when you got somebody who like that, you trying to position yourself in a way so it fits or it gets in there right. I said, damn, he could definitely be a turkey tail. Oh, Raquel says Caroline is getting suspicious. Mosquito better watch her back. So true, honey. So true. Raquel also says Double D Mosquito think that she's a gangster. I think this will be her last job because she's going to mess up. She is. It's cocky now. She has overplayed her hand messing with Bill. I can't see her scrawny ass in handcuffs and an orange. Can't wait to see her scrawny ass in the handcuffs and a jumpsuit, orange jumpsuit, by the way. Yeah, Team Shanice. Linda Thornton says Team Shanice. She on Ted's level, right? Because I was asking if you want a team. Shanice or Team June. Linda Thornton also says, so is Joey going to be my new hero because Randy is really dumb if he doesn't? Joey is listening. Right, he had that whole conversation in that damn casino knowing that the cameras are on. He's dumb. That was a stupid move. Miss Welder says, I hope that they do put Shanice and Ted. Okay, at least flirting. Shanice and Leslie's confrontation is gonna be good. Oh my god, yeah, that's gonna be epic. Linda Thornton says, now Kat was funny explaining what she did to Tomas. I was cracking up, honey. Haley is moving too fast. I hope Joey's office is taping Randy's conversation with Haley. It seems Bill is not as smart as he looks. He can't see Haley is up to no good. She said that he has more wealth than sense. She said that like when we first found out about him. So yeah, he has way more wealth than he does have common sense. Miss Welder says, "Oh my God, I could not wait until you seen Cat at the hospital." because she broke it, girl. Girl, when saw that episode, I died. I said that was too funny. Kelly underscore S says that's exciting about Timon being at the radio station. Girl, get that photo. I sure am. It's going to be at a health fair that the radio station. I'm sorry, I misspoke that they're having a health fair in one of our large local black Baptist churches, and so he's one of the panelists speaking on healthcare. And so my goal is to go there. It's going to be on November the 15th. My goal is to go there and get a picture with him and share it with you guys. So I'm going to tell him, like, look, I'm a fan. Look, we got some rascals over here that love the show. So get your 6'7" ass over here and take. I'm gonna be y'all. I guess so. My shoulders go up. Can I take a picture, please? But yeah, I'm gonna try my best. I'm not gonna leave there unless I have a picture or autograph or something. I do a picture of him, of course, but I want a picture with him. I want with him, and I think that they don't mind doing that. So yeah. Kelly underscore S also says, although I like June, June's children are Ted's grandchildren, so I think Ted should date Shanice. No weird family wires being crossed, in my opinion. I think that's a good statement, girl. I can see what you mean. Lightning Storm, he says, Haley has done this well, not getting caught in her nonsense for almost a year, but now she's getting sloppy. Makes no sense. I need those writers to get their ish together. Right, honey. Lightning also says, I'm team new person. They need to stop just passing around their characters among the 10 safe people on the show. Right? Yeah, that a community puss and peen is not cool. I can't believe they said penis, y'all, on that show. I was watching Buchanan TV. He said he thinks that might be the first show, daytime TV, that actually said the word penis. It might have been. Y'all let me know. If y'all find it out, let me know. But I'm shocked that, and they didn't just say it once, They kept saying it over and over again. I was like, yo, okay, okay, we got it, yo. Peace Angel says, Cat went from bad humbug to breaking box head Thomas Dingley. How does that even never mind. She said, by now Bill and Caroline ought to be picking up on bootleg Barbie's messy clues. All that dang tea sneaking around and lying is so obviously shady. Glad you're feeling better. Thank you, my love. I appreciate that. Peace. Denise Miller says, Ted needs to get with June. She would tear Big Les a new one. She sure would. I don't care how big that damn Leslie is over her. That bitch would be like, girl, I've seen I've seen things on the street that's way worse than you, bitch. Come on now, break it. She started smiling. June was smiling at that bitch. She sure was, and I loved it. We got Angel Seacrest. Hey, Angel. She says, Hail Haley. Whoever she is sad. I can't wait. Haley, she is done. Shit. They go let Bill get killed. They not gonna let him get killed. I hope not. I hope not. Elizabeth Lazarus says, I want Ted to hook up with nobody. I want better for June and Shanice. I hope so, girl. I hope so. Pearly Cole says, I'm Team June, but another CC is sure going to be Shanice with Ted. According to her, she got the scoop from CBS. Really? I guess we'll see. I'm Team June, but another content creator is sure that it's going to be Shanice. Really? Okay, well, we're going to just watch and see, honey. Michael Parm says, hopefully not. I don't care. Randy turned off the cameras. He knows. He knows about it. Yeah, he knows. He knows. Um, Michael Parm says, Char, I love June, but when it comes to hooking up with someone, I believe Ted should hook up with Shanice. This is really like half and half of you guys. He says June and Ted can still be friends. Plus, if Ted and Shanice are an item, when Leslie shows up at the hospital, Shanice will tear her hands off, bitch. Right. Right. Scent says, when you take your picture with Tim and use your Haley voice when you say thanks at the end. I sure will, girl. Elizabeth Lassiter says, Auntie, they opened this episode on some sex sent from the ER mess. Right. I used to watch that shit all the time. That and A Thousand Ways to Die. I used to love those two shows. Tomas should have told Kat, no mas. Not no mas, no mas. Not no mas, no mas. Tomas needs a safe word. Broken eggplant took me out. Love June getting closer to both her kids. Okay, Caroline ain't an inside woman, but she better speak up and say something, especially since she gave Bill bad advice to choose fake Haley. Right. Janice says, you have me cracking up. Tomas with that broken eggplant. Sid says Bill should start getting suspicious about Haley always shoving that tea down his throat. Yeah, because she never did that shit before. Janice Ty, she says, Tomash is pitiful and broke down, honey. That broken turkey tail, girl. Broken turkey tail. Pearly Cole says Shanice is having more scenes with the Richardsons, so I believe Ted will become her love interest. Yeah, I thought I saw somebody say that, so that was you, Miss Pearly. It would be good if she is. I think it'll be, because she's been talking about finding somebody that's going to be worth her time, who really wants her and stuff. So I think that she will. It's going to be a love interest at some point, but who it is, we don't know. Cynthia Judkins says my grandson is a Marvel maniac too. Some of them I know, and others I'm like, yeah, right, girl. My boyfriend can sit down and have a good time. Like my kids like Marvel and DC, but they love Marvel. So yeah, it's funny to me. We got Blaze Network. He says, yeah, this episode was boring for a Thursday. And James, before you start, I know it's a soap opera, it's so relaxed, but Auntie, I'm glad you're better. Thank you, my love. I appreciate it. Cynthia Juckins says, I would say both June and Shanice. Okay, June just as a friend and Shanice friends with benefits. Okay, I ain't never seen that. Okay. We have Christine Wright. Hey, Christine says, yeah, you saw the mosquito. I'm sick of her. I hope that they don't drag out the storyline. Me too. I don't think I've seen you before, Christine. So thank you so much for coming by. Please don't let this be the first or the last, baby, that you come by here and share your words, because your words do matter, honey. They work and they do matter. House of Sir James, he says, hey, Auntie, I've been traveling again. I was actually in your neck of the woods for the last 2 weeks. Oh, okay. Um, I am 2 weeks behind. I'll spend tomorrow and Friday and the weekend trying to catch up. Thank God for Paramount Plus. Well, welcome back, honey. You were so missed, my love. You were so missed. What do you do? Well, if you don't mind emailing me that, because you be traveling. You better travel, honey. And with your fine self. Get your little new picture up there. We got Cynthia Judkins. She says, yes, I heard about Ted and Shanice possibly hooking up. Okay. So it is. Damn. I don't see it yet. I don't see it yet, but it's coming. Cynthia also says, I left my son's room just a bedroom, and my daughter I made it to a workout room. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna make my son's room into like a those, you know how those girls on YouTube make their extra room into a walk-in closet, because my house is so small I don't have a lot of closet space. So I'm gonna make that into like where I can store my purses, my shoes, my coats, get me like some standing racks and stuff. It's a lot that I have to do. I ain't nowhere near it. So I'm hoping that next year I'll be 55. That's something that I can do to do it, maybe like a year project or something like that. Jasmine Williams says, how have these two grifting idiots not been caught yet? Sloppy as fuck. How do one of the mosquitoes other victims not recognize this mini marauder on Bill Bingstock's arm? Right, that's what I'm like, I don't get it. He's been all on the news. They were all on the internet when Danny was pounding at the wedding, and none of her older husbands. And did she ever divorce them? Because she could be a polygamist, you know. So yeah, it's a lot. That girl's going to jail. Haley is useless. She's useless. Sin says June Boss must really love her because she do more. She will do more sitting and chatting than work. Right. I said, girl, legs crossing and everything. And Janice was like, girl, I was thinking that same thing. Yeah, she don't do no work. But when she do, she give you the damn wrong order. Jasmine says that dirty double D mosquito is going to trip and choke on that hall runner. Danny will save Billy Go, and Bill Sleuthing will expose the Playboy. I can't wait for them to save each other. That's how they're going to work their way back at each other. Sin says, oh, poor Tomas probably doesn't want any more freaking stuff with Kat. No, I think he's going to be very, very afraid to do anything with her. I think he is. I think he's going to be really, really afraid. Jasmine was like, yep, Cat broke Tomato's turkey tail. And Sid says, Haley probably changes her appearance with each husband, but one thing she can't change unless she knows someone is her fingerprints. Right. That's deep, Sid. Oh my God, that is so deep. Okay, well, thank y'all for the comments on 157. Let's go ahead and get to the last episode, which was to me boring. Normally, my thumbs up is like at least 100%, but I got like a 98% on this. I was like, I know some people's going to thumbs it down because I didn't like it. It wasn't. I don't know if they thumbs it down because I it was me, or they just didn't like the episode. But I did get a 98% thumbs up average on this particular episode. But I was like, man. I don't know if it was just Friday, I was just ready to go or what, but I just was not feeling this episode. It just wasn't giving me anything. But I see that y'all had a lot to say on it, so I appreciate y'all talking because I just wasn't feeling Friday's episode at all. All right, we have episode number 158. The last episode was the first comment I see is Michael Parms. Michael says, "Honey, Shar, I'm seeing zero chemistry between between Nicole and Carlton. You don't see it, Michael. You don't see it? What do you see?" Angelica says, "Can there be just one black man on this show? Now Andre, who got a secret right." I agree, Angelica. These writers are really getting on my nerves. She also says, "I don't think Andre is running from anything real serious, like anything legal. It's probably a woman. It can't be the law because he was raised by Nicole and Ted, so the law would know where to find him. It has to be a woman or someone that don't know his family background." Facts. She also says Haley and Randy are the dumbest criminals I've ever seen. Neither one of them have a sense of a rock and have a sense of a rock. And like Haley said, Billy got more money than sense. So how this turns out will be very interesting. Three dumbass peas in a pod. Not peas in a pod. Ooh, okay, we got Exotic Butterfly says, y'all, what if Donnell didn't leave for college and isn't stalking out at the guest suite where Nasty plans to dip and do it with Joey? Okay, Donnell is much wiser than Mommy Dearest, and she's about to F around and find out. Just Me, hey, Just Me, ain't seen you in a while. Just Me says, yeah, what if you already dropped that already? You never know what she need to watch out for. Right. Thank you, Just Me, and thank you, Exotic Butterfly. Thank y'all so much. Exotic also says, Andre ain't shit for turning down the modeling gig. Danny expressed how much it would mean to her. I bet he would have jumped in front of that camera to do a shoot with Ashley. Right. Andre is giving he wants to be a bad bitch in a relationship. Right, right. Exotic Butterfly also says Naomi looked beautiful in her blue with that miserable ass. She looked so pretty. Oh, she looks so pretty. I hope Randy Sammy gave Helly tap water instead of a Kill Bill potion. I hope so too. Beep Beep is too anxious and getting sloppy. Maybe her frenemy Caroline peeped her game and will alert Bill. Senior, that's my water bottle, y'all. Senor Eggplant did good in his scene at the hospital. Kitty Cat must have bit him. He must have bit that turkey tail. I almost used him as my thumbnail, but I was like, nah, I don't want to offend anybody, and I don't know. YouTube be on that bullshit, so I was like, nah, let me do that. So that's why I just picked what I picked. But that whole thing was funny. Jasmine Williams says it's super tacky and completely classless for Nicole to start. Come on, water bottle. This water bottle is pop. It's full of ice though. It's gonna be good. It's super tacky and completely classless for Nicole to start cavorting with her ex-husband's longtime friend and business partner. That is so true, girl. You better say that. It's too much, and I think that her mama and them telling her that it's okay to do it is even worse. Does Nasty Nessa really want to get all the way down in the pond scum and throw it to the wind, or is she working to bring sexy Joey down for revenge? Me thinks Donnell will double back and catch her in the sheets with Joey. For Nasty is indeed one cold selfish bitch and shoulder pad big shoulder. Them shoulder pads big and over bleached hair and plenty of Botox. Mob mall to the T. She ain't getting enough Botox in that forehead, honey. She got a lot of parentheses on that forehead. Janice Ty says, I'm totally not a Naomi fan right now. Hopefully she'll get herself together next week. I hope so too, girl. We got Teach Jazz. Teach says, I guess the theme of this episode could be sabotage. Chelsea is sabotaging her relationship with Madison by refusing to mind her own business and reconnecting with her mom. Naomi is sabotaging her relationship with Jacob by the way she is treating him so poorly. And also, Jacob is unknowingly sabotaging his relationship with Naomi because when she finds out that he knew all along that Derek could walk, this could add more fuel to the fire. Vanessa is sabotaging her relationship with her son by continuing to get in a relationship with Joey. You know that Donnell is going to come back and find Joey and Vanessa in the bedroom getting pool table busy. Andre and Danny sabotaging their relationship. Andre not doing the model gig. Danny giving in to what Andre wants. However, Danny is going to be sure to stay married so that she can collect that 10K. Yes, she better. Derek is sabotaging his relationship with Ashley by lying about his ability to walk, and Danny is sabotaging her friendship with Vanessa by speaking her mind to Joey. And finally, on a long shot, is Vernon sabotaging his relationship with Anita with the secret phone calls, even though that's probably nothing but something cute he's planning. That it might be something cute he's planning. It might be. It might be the articulates coming back for something. And Cynthia says facts, facts, and facts. All of that is so facts. I love that. That was a good word for the episode for Friday. Teacher Jazz says Naomi was so drunk that she didn't recognize her own brother-in-law. Have those two ever never met? That's what I was thinking. That's a really, really good question. That's what I was like, because she was like, you. I was like, girl, you want to fuck him? What's going on? What's going on? Teach Jazz also says, yeah, you said Ashley Jen taking shots. Girl, I said her name Jen so many times. Oh my God, I did. And Sid says, yep, Auntie was on a roll, honey. I know for sure at least 3 times. Yeah, it was 3 times because I went back to listen to it because I always listen. I'm like, God dog it. One of them I didn't even catch. I said Jean. Jen just as flat footed, honey, and wrong and loud. Teach Jazz also said the only reason why I like seeing Derek and Ashley on the screen is so you can mess up their names and I can have my peach Bellini and popcorn. I mean, one of them, I was like, I said Jen and just kept it moving. Like I didn't even hear myself say it. I was like, man, girl, you better chill with that. But I said, damn, when I listened to it, I said, that teacher Jazz, honey, she gonna have a good time, honey. She gonna have a ball. Blaze Network, he says, I need the writers to remember what they write because why is Andre telling Snow White that him and Danny don't live together when he moved in a few episodes ago, right? He just told Danny he wasn't selling his place, but he moved in. So now or he's lying. Teach Jazz says, yes, on that note, was Haley always a receptionist? I thought she was a paralegal. That's what I thought. I thought she was a paralegal too. I thought during the flashback, it was said that Danny recommended her to be a receptionist. Please remember. Please help me remember. And thank you. You're right. You are right, Jazz. You're right. Let me go ahead and respond. You were right. Yeah, because I think Naomi might have said that she was recommended. I think. Cynthia says, I don't know. I felt like Donnell was going to show up and tell his mom, I see why you're trying to get rid of me. I think they should have filled it in. They should have did that. Sid also says, Jacob and Naomi are getting on my nerves and now all this talk and not talking about babies. Oh my God, right. She also says, yep, Danny should have tried to work with Forrester by herself. Right. Jasmine says, shame on Andre for denying Danny her dream. Again, she is respecting his wishes over her own, but there will be no place in heaven, earth, or hell for Andre to run to once his secret comes out. Yeah, because Danny's going to definitely let his ass have it. Danny will scorch him and go back to Bill. She sure will. Sharon says she tried, or her friend tried to negotiate with Ridge, but Ridge wants Danny and Andre together. He was trying to create the new it couple. Thank you, Sharon. Jasmine says, glad we got a small reprieve from that couture queen. Wine and Eva and Double D's Mosquito. Yeah, we did have a break from them. Jasmine also says, and Andre is still pining for rubber lips and vice versa. Meathead looks dumber than ever. She will leave him once she finds out about them legs. She will. Naomi will blow up at poor Jacob because he knew. I just forgot about that. Thank y'all for remembering that shit. I don't know how I forgot about that. This is a dumpster fire waiting to happen for a match. Jasmine also says Danny played Joey so well as any good friend would. I love their banter. Danny gives up another dream for a man hiding a secret. Andre is immature eye candy, fun but doomed. And Image honors him by giving up herself. Sigh. Yeah, I don't like that at all. I just don't like it. Only reason why I don't like it was because when I was married to my husband, I had given up a lot of the things that I wanted to do because he he wanted me to help him, and I was like, I did it, but I wasn't happy. Now I'm doing the acting and stuff. That one thing about your gift, it's going to follow you. Somebody had wrote a part for me a long time ago when my kids were babies, telling me that they wrote this part in this gospel play specifically for me. Now, back then I only sang, I didn't act. So again, I've been acting for 15 years next year. So this was about, oh my God, maybe 20 years ago. When they asked me, they said that they wrote this for me. They had a dream and they saw me for the role, and I had to turn it down because I was a stay-at-home mom. My husband at the time was not supportive, and it just wouldn't have worked. And y'all, just like full circle, it came like acting was like, oh really, you think you're gonna run away, bitch? We got you. So now, I've been in it strong, for 15 years. If not on stage, definitely supporting my castmates and whatever they do. Like they're like an extended family for me. Or I'm on a board, or I go and actually judge a lot of the plays. So theater has really been a part of my life. But I don't know. I don't know if I would have been still married to him and still trying to do this. It would have been very different. Jasmine says Naomi is an idiot and she's going to lose her man. She is treating Jacob like hot garbage because he had the nerve to be happy about like possible fatherhood. Right. Yeah, she smashed him again. If I were Jacob, I would not touch her ass again until she got her tubes tied, since she's not 100% that she never wants kids. Her nastiness is out of pocket. Yeah, she just disrespectful. But I do like the fact that Jacob does stand his ground. He ain't gonna let her just talk any kind of way to him. He ain't gonna do that. He definitely ain't gonna do that, honey. Jasmine says Nasty Nessa is a horrible person. She sends her grieving son away so she can smash and do dirty with Joey unabated. Not sure if this is righteous act to bring down Dougie's red drum, or she has just lost her mind and abandoned her children. She is cold. Even Joey did a double take at her sending her son away. She can go low. Yeah. Yeah, you would think that somebody said that you would think that she would have taken her son back to school herself, but no, she's like, no, go on, take your ass on and talk and tell Deanna I said I love her. You ain't trying to go out there and see your baby girl. I mean, I guess she did. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. We got Tayson 215 says, why didn't Isaiah go over and speak to Jacob when he first saw him? And Naomi was looking at him like a snack. Shouldn't they already know each other? Right. And Vanessa inviting Joey to her home as if Donnell is already back at Banneker is a dummy move. Facts. Joey's about to get a cool ticket from Daddy in the upcoming months. I believe that too, Tayson. The way Andre always says the Danny Dupree and heaps praises upon her, leading me to believe that he's a super groupie that's always fantasize about sleeping with her. Wow. Keegan is going to get to the bottom of Andre's past. Wow. Jasmine says something is rotting in Playboy land for sure. Um Blaze says she do know who he just she do know he's wait a minute if I can read. She do know who he is. She just drunk. She You think she knows who he is? Sharon says yes. Joey told Danny that he wants his 10K in cash. Joey said, "Look at us sitting here bantering and betting." Joey's a comedian in his own way. He is, and Tayson answers Blaze and says, "Yeah, that does make sense." Kelly underscore S says, "I'm not a fan of Derek." Me neither, girl. I'm just not. And Jasmine says Derek is a meathead. Pearlie says Pearly Cole says, "Hey, Miss Pearly." She says Ashley is going to mess everything up for Danny and Andre. Yeah, she is. Um, MB 1969. She says, "Happy Friday, Auntie and chat. Ready for the recap. This episode was good to me. I love the way Andre finally let Ashley know that he loves Danny and has chosen her. Ashley was molded and crap faced. I love the way Danny put Joey's cringe ass in his place. Next week is going to be juicy. Smitty's ass better not blame June right for Samantha's get down. Smitty gets on my nerves." Oh man, Cynthia says, "Hey MB, Shar and the Rascals. I had an excellent Friday. My daughter's volleyball team won second place, and the girls were so excited. Oh, that's good. That is so great, Sin. That's happy to hear. I used to be scared to play. We used to have to play that like in school, like for gym. You had to pick an activity. I used to be so afraid to let that ball hit me, and I had to hit it because you had to hit it like in your wrist area." And I'm like, ouch, that hurt. That hurt. So congratulations for her, because that's a tough sport. It's definitely a team sport. Everybody gave her congratulations. We are so happy for you, Sent. She says they were so overwhelmed and glad that they beat one team they never were able to beat until yesterday. That is a blessing. That's a blessing, honey. That's a blessing that they were able to go ahead and do that. I'm so happy to hear that. So happy. Um, Carolyn McWilson says Andre's backstory. They say his parents are no longer here. What if Andre and Haley are in this together? A lot of people keep saying that. A lot of people keep saying that. Miss Carolyn, a lot of people. Miss Carolyn says, "Hey, Auntie." I'm like, "Hey." Kelly underscore S says, "I know it's a possible stretch, but maybe Naomi cheated on Jacob, and I'm not sure if he was the father." Oh, side note, Danny's skirt. Okay, I never thought about that. She was like, "Yes, I need that skirt in my life, girl." Ooh, and then Miss Pearly says Naomi's acting is ridiculous. She is going to destroy her marriage. She is. Everybody's like, "Yep, true, true." Cynthia says she really is she really is nobody's fault but her own. Right. So I think that's all of the comments. I did that within under an hour. So thank y'all so much. Let me go ahead and get this uploaded. I probably will drop this for Monday so y'all can have something to listen to on Monday. And I think that is it. Let me go ahead and get this uploaded and edited. And I will see y'all in the next video. Love y'all. Bye.